It is January the 23rd of 2026. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking at my life and I'm so confused. I'm so disorganized. I have so many things going on that I can't handle, and I got really, really frustrated. And then I looked at the message I received on January 24th of 2005, and it says, "Your life is not in disarray." And then it has these messages over the years of how we change. And those are all the messages that I wrote that I received from Wilhelm. I've been doing it since 1989. And I've done something that most people can't believe or don't understand. And we look at our world, and I know exactly what's going on, and I know what's going on with you. And I know why you might be having challenges. I know why you might be having difficulties, why you're stuck, why you don't have the right relationship. Why? Because it's misalignment, that's all. And that's what I'm doing as well. Because I've done something so extraordinary that I couldn't accept it. And so then when you can't accept your life path, because we each have one, we each have something that we were meant to do, bring to this world, and then when we're not doing that, or we're afraid, then we question why our lives are in disarray. And that's what I was doing. That's why I'm changing today. I can no longer do this. I know many people will not do this work. Many people will decide that they're going to stay in their suffering, which is what we're seeing in the world. And I'll tell you how this started, because I have to be completely honest, because I know what you can accomplish. And I'm just not telling you. I just haven't been doing it, and that is my failing. Because I'm waiting for other people to accept this extraordinary thing that I've done, and that's never going to happen. At least not to the degree that I've been expecting. I've known, and I published this today, I published something on my blog, and you can see it where I said, this is for everyone that I owe money to, because when you hold yourself back, those things get out of whack, and that's what I've done, because it was too unbelievable for me. But we're looking at the world, and we're seeing what's happening. I've written it all. I've received all the information. Everything in your life, in our world, is energy and consciousness. It changes over time. It changes over time within all of us, but also in our world. And we repeat cycles. I published this as part of that. There's many blogs that I put in that video that's on my blog, and you will see when we're looking at the United States and we're wondering what's going on, why does it look like this? I received all that information and I put it in there so we could see the changes that were happening. And it's asking us to become ourselves. It's asking us to remember who we are and move through the restrictions. And those restrictions are in our consciousness. Most of them are generational. And when you don't move through them, you keep repeating the same things. And those are the patterns that we can keep continuing in our lives, but also in our world. There's no reason that our world should look the way that it does now if more of us would decide that we were going to own what particular gifts we have. Yes, I developed an extraordinary gift. Everyone's not going to want it, and I just want you to have it. That's just what I've been doing, because I've always cared about people so much. But you will look at me and you'll just stare at me or listen to a video and nobody will move. And I've been doing that for a while. So this is why I'm changing. And I'm going to take more private clients. I'm still working with the people in my program. It's just going to be, I just have to charge a lot more money. They told me years ago I should have been charging at least $5,000. I'm doing work that people are paying tens and $20,000 or $25,000 a year for, and I'm giving it away. That's because I couldn't accept it. It was just too unbelievable. When I meet with someone, I know what's going on with you, and I can guide you. You have a genetic code, a unique genetic code, and I've tapped into it. That's why I could see what was happening, and I'll give you this link to the messages. Most people don't read through them, but if you read through them, you'll see it's a progressive thing that happens in our conscious individually and also collectively. But we get to these bottlenecks in our society where we are going to have differences of opinions, but it's also to cause each of us to move to a higher state of consciousness within us. And it's going to be different for each person. Mine was different than yours. But the fact is, I know that I can help any single person. There's not a, let me just say this, there's nothing going on with any soul that I don't know what the problem is because I've received the information. And you might have heard some of the things that come through that I have an encyclopedia of information. It's personal development, it's self-actualization, it's ascension, it's all those things together. That's the thing that gives any person the ability to live this great life and move through any difficulties that they've had. Now, I had to live it and to receive it and put it together, but it's here now. But I was still holding it back because I wanted more people to understand. And I knew this many, many years ago. Even other people, just like you, when people tell you this is what you have, they told me I had this memory and I could access this information. And then the documents that you'll see on the blog, if you read them, if you look at them, you'll see it's been documented by science, and it says this has never been done before. And this is why it should have been so much more, but I had to break through my limitations as well. But I want you to know that because there's nothing in your life that you can't achieve. Your life is not in disarray unless you choose to stay there. And I was choosing to stay there. I was the introvert. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to expose myself. You know, I did that for a long time, even when I did my vocal coaching. Those of you who know me as a vocal coach, it was the same thing. But I knew everything about your voice. I could get you any place because I could see it because I had this high degree of intuition that frightened me a bit at first. Actually, when it first came through in 1989, it did frighten me. It's your gifts might surprise you. And especially when you do something that no one in history has ever done. That was challenging. But now I have to move on, and I just wanted you to know that you can accomplish anything. Most people will not come and do this or work with me, and I understand that, but I will tell you that there are no limits in your life. You may stay where you are because you're choosing to, and that's what I was doing. Because as we evolve in consciousness, it can be surprising what comes about, and that's what's happened. I'll give you this link for the messages that were on there last year. You'll see what I mean, because it's a progression that we move through in our lives individually. We learn more every year, every day. Our society, our civilization does the same thing. The difference was I was able to access it and put it together. So that's what I wanted to tell you today. Your life is not in disarray. You just have to decide to take a step, love yourself, and do what you came to the world to do. And my role was to help guide you to that place. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.